welcome to Sci-Fi Studios Global. My name is Queenie Esy, and today we are at the Premier University, the University of Ghana, and we are here to ask the people, what does independence mean to them? Because it is Ghana Month, the month where we celebrate the achievements of our beloved country. And so don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Are you ready? Let's get into it.
Okay, thank you very much. So, independence to me as a citizen, first, I want to take it from a historical point of view. So, independence, as we all know it, is having some kind of autonomy from colonial government or colonial rule or administration. Yeah. But from a personal point of view, I think independence is more about self responsibility as a citizen, where I take responsibility of things that I'm supposed to do as a citizen to contribute to the overall development of the nation, and then also holding others accountable. So basically, yeah, that is it. And then from a government point of view, I think independence should also mean that individuals are empowered or are given the opportunities to live a life of their dreams, such that they have the opportunities to become whatever they envision or they dream to become. And also, yeah, basically that. Yeah. Okay, so I think I'm more interested about the educational aspect here. So with the educational sector over the past successive governments, there's been ups and downs when it comes to education, and one of which I am aware of has to do with the curriculum or what students study at each level and how it reflects in the job market. Yeah, so we could see that most of the curricula are quite redundant, such that most of the things that are studied are no longer as relevant and practical as they would have been some decades back. Because the world is ever changing, technology is taking the space, AI is taking the space, and all of that. Yeah, so I believe that the educational sector, the curriculum could be revised a bit. But thankfully, quite recently, my youngest relative enrolled in senior high school, and I realized her curriculum was entirely different from what I did when I was back in SHS. Yeah, so most of the courses are new, and they are more centered on building the mind of these students, centered on computer literacy and courses that are really, really going to train the mind of people. Because when we talk about development, it's multidimensional always, but it's also more about training the individual, the mind of the individual. So I believe that if this change that we are thankfully seeing is well implemented, such that students are gaining the skills and the kind of mental ability that is needed to create or come up with innovative solutions to solve problems in the country, then I believe we can make a significant progress. And on the flip side, that is those taking those courses or those administering those courses to the student, that's the teachers in the sector, they also might have been in a different era, might have been in a different dispensation in their school days. And this all new curriculum might not be as, they might not be as conversant as they should. So I believe that with constant training and upskilling and retraining and seminars, workshops that would keep them updated about this new change that we are seeing in the educational sector, they would be more equipped and would be able to deliver those courses in a way that will make the best of impact in our educational sector.
You want to go and then
Right. Ghana is celebrating its 68th anniversary since independence. What does independence mean to you as a citizen of Ghana?
Okay, so I feel independence is a day that we used to remember our freedom from our colonial masters to gain the ability to handle our own affairs. So independence means a lot to me as a Ghanaian. So when I recall from independence, our independence till now, the graph has not been straight or has not headed above. Every time it's going down. From independence, you could see that there was a great push to um, attain all these developmental projects, but along the line, several things happen. Corruption, inconsistency brought about the decline in our developmental projects. But I feel as time goes on, the country can still get back on their feet and become better than before. I think it's the best way as a country if we want to reset our financial situation. The best thing is to do is to reduce cost, and starting from important occasion like this, being able to reduce the cost will go a long way to uh, save the country of their financial problems. So
Right.
it's a good thing.
Okay, independence is actually a day set for us to celebrate Ghana's freedom. Of course, there are lots of things that the country has failed in, and then it doesn't also mean that maybe there are no rooms for improvement or anything as such. We are still a developing country, even though we've kept long. There are other countries that we started with that are far ahead of us and other things, but there's still more room for improvement. So I think we can do better with time.
So if Kwame Nkrumah is to come back to life and step into Ghana, do you think he would be happy with what he would see or not?
No, he won't be happy at all.
Okay. Is there a particular thing that you feel much attention has not been given to, even though it deserves it?
Sure, because one thing I've noticed about our government is that when a party is in power and then that party goes out, if it leaves any like project, if the next party comes in, like they don't continue, they either abandon the project or come up with their own project. Okay, so since it is a decision from above, I wouldn't really say it is wrong and I wouldn't say it is bad too. Or yes, because looking at our current state as a country, as in our economic state, we are down. So if the main reason or the purpose for like this decision is to cut down costs, then it's quite tangible because it's not really necessary for all that, even though it's supposed to be celebrated because Ghana is 68, and then if Ghana was a human being, like he or she would be, he or she would love to be celebrated in a grand style, but in other ways to cutting down or like not having various levels of making students march and all those things to cut costs, then it means that the government is really like, yes, the government is concerned because sometimes like it is stress for the kids because the kids will have to go through a whole lot of rehearsals, practice, and then at the end some would be like exempted. But in the other way too, I don't see it to be a nice idea because it wouldn't like expose the young ones who are coming. It wouldn't give them the idea of how independence is because growing up, that is what we've been doing in our schools and so.
Okay, so as a citizen, independence to me means freedom, liberty, and also the opportunity to explore our God-given talents as humans, especially as Africans.
Right. And when you look at the various sectors in the economy and let's say, for example, education sector, health sector, agri sector, and what have you, how do you assess them looking at all these years since we gained independence? Do you think the country is retrogressing or rather progressing?
Okay, so looking at then and now, I would say it has improved and we've done better looking at then and now. But if you are considering the progress we should have been able to we should have been able to make during that period, I think we are a bit lacking. So we can improve more on these sectors.
Okay, thank you for the question. I think independence it means the ability to have freedom, like to do what we are doing now as a country. And I think independence is very important, but we've not really fully achieved it. I mean, more can be done about it, but yeah, what we have is okay. Okay, so I mean, if you look at other countries like the Chinas and the Koreas and stuff, you realize that they didn't have independence at the same time as us. I don't know if it was before or after, but with a little time they've been able to achieve a lot. Like they do a lot of things in their country, a lot of countries even now go to them to go and, manufacture things, bring things, and all that. And I believe we could be doing that too if a little more like emphasis was placed on like us becoming self-reliant. Well, with the Independence Day March past and everything, it's something we've come to identify with as Ghanaians. So it holds some form of sentimental value to us. So if we want to cut costs in this country, like with the way the economy is going and everything, I believe we should look at other sectors, like where we are splurging, where too much money is going and it's not being used properly or something, instead of attacking the the March past. Yeah.
Well, sanitation is, yeah, it's very, I would say for a country that has this much independence, it's not good. It's not good. It really has, like, it has to change. It has to be improved upon. Yeah.
Galamsey, illegal mining, which is going on in Ghana, could be like rules could be enforced to prevent um, miners that spoil the water bodies, the land, and the natural resources around, because it brings revenue, tourist attraction, and the rest. So if it's damaged, resources or income revenues are not taken by the government, and the country is not doesn't move on. So yeah.
Right, it's been an amazing time here at the University of Ghana, hearing from students what they think independence mean to them, and would love to hear your comments and views as well. And so don't forget to drop a comment in the comment section, like, share, and subscribe to our channel, Cypher Studios Global. My name again is Queenie Esy, and I'm out.